you have hidden blades as a projectile in this game, but the thing about them is they're one-hit kill. So yeah, if you don't want to deal with people, yeah. Peace and love, gamers and players, and welcome to Assassin's Creed. And you might be saying, is this a new playthrough? And my answer is kind of. Let's get started and let me do some explaining. So, about, Jesus Christ, 9 years ago, I started a playthrough of Assassin's Creed 1 on the PC. So, the director's cut version of it. However, I never continued that playthrough after one stream, and I've been always meaning to get back to it in some form for a long time now.
I applied my heart to know wisdom,
but I've never been able to. And
folly.
part of the reason is because when I did the stream, I modded the game so that it would have improved graphics. However, since then, you know, technology is advanced, and I can no longer stream that version of the game for a multitude of reasons. One of which is my computer just won't stream the game anymore because the streaming technology is more advanced now. It takes up more resources. The mod that I was using is no longer available. It's been updated and then replaced by another mod, so I can't even use that. And it just became untenable to actually stream the game on the PC with the settings that I had. And then even without it, I even tried just like, screw it, let's just try to stream it 720p, just the game that is, and even like take down almost all the settings, and even that won't work. So I was like, okay, I have an Xbox One X. Let me stream the Xbox 360 version. They upgraded it to 1080p. That should be fine.
We're going to try and bring you out now.
I ran into some weird audio crackling issues, and I couldn't even do that. But I can record it, which is what we're doing now.
You okay?
I told you he'd be fine.
You bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me. You strapped me into that thing.
Animus. It's an animus.
I don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a martini?
We know who you are. What you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play coy with me. There isn't time. You're an assassin. And whether you realize it or not, you've got something that my employers want. Locked away in that head of yours.
But I'm not an assassin. Not anymore.
Yes, your file indicated as much. Something about an escape. Most fortunate for us.
What do you want from me?
For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
I am not going back in there.
Then we'll induce a coma and continue our work. When we're done, you'll be left to die. Truth be told, the only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us time.
You're insane.
So what is it, Mr. Miles? Live or die? Lie down. A wise decision.
And here we are, at the beginning of Assassin's Creed.
Whoa. Where am I?
You're inside the Animus.
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
Genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
That's just animal instinct.
Now you're arguing semantics, Mr. Miles. Whatever you call it, the fact remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
And the Animus lets you decode and read these DNA files.
Precisely.
But there's a problem. This is the specific memory we're trying to access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
It's your subconscious. It's resisting. We've found similar reactions among patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it. This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start. I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
God, this game has such a cool premise. I wish they would have really stuck with it as the games went on. I'm someone who actually doesn't mind the direction that Assassin's Creed actually went in. I still think there's a lot of fun and positive qualities to the games, but it's never been as interesting as this first one. This first game is just so freaking cool.
The synchronization bar represents how.
But yeah, here's the tutorial of the game. I will say this is the one very, very boring part of the game. So yeah, to finish what I was saying before, so after all these recording issues and everything, I have decided to just record the first game on the Xbox One X using the recording software that's within the system. It gives me 1080p 30 frames, which is fine. It's a solid 30 frames. I never thought that Assassin's Creed needed 60 frames. It's definitely nice to have, but it doesn't need it. And 1080p is better than what I can do on my computer. And the extra missions that the PC version has aren't really great to begin with, so it's not really something that I'm gonna miss.
Good.
So that's how we're going to be playing this game moving forward. I am restarting the playthrough. All I got as far as in my initial stream was, I think when I left Masyaf. I never even really did anything like in Damascus or Jerusalem or Acre. Or Akkar, I think is actually how you pronounce it.
Well done.
So yeah,
differentiates between two fundamental actions.
It's so cool to finally play through this game on stream, because this is it's really one of those games that I was like, wow, we are in the next generation now. Especially as someone who had the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 at launch, and you know, as good as the Xbox 360 launch was, in my opinion, there weren't a lot of games in that initial lineup that screamed like next gen. If anything, it was just like, wow, these are just really good games, like AMP 3 and Call of Duty 2.
Onto the marker by using the empty hand button in high
Even
profile.
some of the games that were like previous gen, like Gun. I was like, this is still like a whole lot of fun. And then, yes, I know there were some games like Perfect Dark Zero that weren't great or whatever. Although some other games like Chemo, Elements of Power, that game is fun. It's a bit obtuse, but other than that, that's a great game, and it looked great too.
However, be careful not to bump into
And then at the launch of the PlayStation 3, you know, that had a rough launch. Resistance was only okay, and there weren't any good games for that system up until like maybe Virtua Fighter 5. And that's only coming from someone who loves fighting games.
The Animus will also provide other.
And Heavenly Sword was good, but not great. And Lair was a disaster and everything. So it was really in like 2007 when we started getting really great games. I remember getting this for the first time actually on the PlayStation 3.
This icon appears when
and that was a mistake because if you don't know, if you play through Assassin's Creed 1 on PlayStation 3, I would say about halfway through the game, the frame rate just dies. It just takes a nosedive, and the game becomes unplayable.
Blade selected. Walk up to the soldier and assassinate him by using your armed hand button.
I think I might try to play through Assassin's Creed 1 on the PlayStation 3 and see if I can capture footage of just like how bad it gets on the PlayStation 3. Oddly enough, I think the best way to play this game nowadays might be the Xbox 360, just because the PC, now that it's an older game, has issues, and really the only way to play it properly now is you have to do some modifications to it. Of course, if you do that, then it's great. Like, it looks great. You can mod it and make it look better and everything like that. But you also need to mod it to fix things. Like the game will constantly freeze unless you make it so that the game stops trying to connect to the internet. And some other things, like it's not fully compatible with normal controllers. If you use an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One controller, it won't read the triggers. If you just want to pick up and play Assassin's Creed 1, doing it on the Xbox One or Xbox Series X is probably the best way. And it is very much worth it, because I know there's been complaints about how this game was ultimately designed, but this is honestly my favorite Assassin's Creed. None of the other games dive into the whole past, historic, ancestor type deal the way that this does. The people who made this game had a certain vision that was not shared in the other games. Not even Assassin's Creed 2. I know that game is a lot of people's favorite, and I get why it fixes a lot of things that this game had. Those games kind of add things, in my opinion, that don't really belong in Assassin's Creed, at least with this original vision of it, like the whole building building an entourage and rebuilding the creed, looking at whatchamacallit, buying properties and rebuilding them and all that stuff like that. It doesn't, what does this have to do with being an assassin? I've never really gelled with that kind of thing.
Without arousing suspicion. Use this to reach the marker behind the soldiers.
And then even stuff like Black Flag, which is also a good game, it like sailing and stuff like that doesn't really that kind of stuff feels like a different game. Good. You know, they really got away from the whole I'm an assassin, I got to be stealthy, I've got to learn stuff about my target so I know, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it to them. Honestly, this is just my opinion. You might enjoy what Assassin's Creed became. Maybe this original vision didn't gel with you, but just as somebody who really was enticed by just the premise of this game. And back when, let's see if anyone remembers this, back when Assassin's Creed 1 was supposed to be an exclusive to the PlayStation 3.
The creed consists of 3 tenets.
I was all
First,
about what
never
this
hurt
game
an
was trying to
innocent
do,
person.
and it was part of the reason
Second,
why I got a
always be
PlayStation 3 to
discreet.
begin with.
Third, do not compromise
But
the clan.
yeah,
Should you lose sync, you can restore synchronization.
I
by
think this
reliving
tutorial should
key
be about
moments of
done
your
now.
ancestor's life. Or
Let's
by
see what else.
respecting the creed.
Going forward with this playthrough, I will say the goal is not
successfully
to
completed
do
the
100%.
The most stable
The main
memory
reason
block
for that is
will now
because
be
you don't
loaded.
get anything for doing 100%. You have like all these flags that you can collect, all these Templars that you can be murdering, and if you do it, you don't get anything. You get achievements.
Wait, there must be another way.
So we won't be doing
This
that.
one need not die.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Not fortune, skill. Watch a while longer and you might learn something.
Indeed. He'll teach you how to disregard everything the Masters taught us.
And how would you have done it?
I would not have drawn attention to us. I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the creed.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Understand these words. It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
But this is not the way
My way is better.
I will scout ahead. Try not to dishonor us further.
What is our mission? My brother would say nothing to me. Only that I should be honored to have been invited.
The Master believes the Templars have found something beneath the Temple Mount.
Treasure?
I do not know. All that matters is the Master considers it important. Else he would not have asked me to retrieve it.
And thus we begin. One more thing I will say is in this playthrough, when it comes to like the different people that you can save in the towns and everything, I will try to do all of them, even though I said I wasn't going to do 100% completion. But that helps when it comes to you know, killing your targets, so it's a little more important.
That must be the Ark.
The Ark of the Covenant?
Don't be silly. There's no such thing. It's just a story.
Then what is it?
Quiet! Someone's coming.
I want us through this gate before sunrise. The sooner we possess it, the sooner we can turn our attention to those jackals at Masyaf.
Robert de Sable. His life is mine.
No. We were asked to retrieve the treasure and deal with Robert only if necessary.
He stands between us and it. I'd say it's necessary.
Discretion, Altair.
You mean cowardice. That man is our greatest enemy. And here we have a chance to be rid of him.
You have already broken 2 tenets of our creed. Now you would break the 3rd. Do not compromise the Brotherhood.
I am your superior, in both title and ability. You should know better than to question me.
Oh man, Altair, so arrogant. I've always wanted to play the side games with him, Altair's Chronicles, and I think it's Bloodlines or Chronicles, something like that.
Hold, Templars! You are not the only ones with business here.
Well, this explains my missing man. And what is it you want?
Blood.
Ow.
You know not the things in which you meddle, assassin. I spare you only that you may return to your master and deliver a message. The Holy Land is lost to him and his. He should flee now while he has the chance. Stay, and all of you will die.
You know those scars on his head. Someone must have tried to cut his brain open.
Men, to arms! Kill the assassins!
Anyway, yeah, I've always wanted to try those side games. I heard that Altair is actually a very different character in those games. Which, considering I believe one of them is a prequel, that's very odd. He should be getting arrogant, or at least, you know, start like hinting that he's going in that direction. Or just straight up be arrogant, just like how he is in this game. At least at first. But yeah, that's also another thing. I actually really enjoy the Altair character. The way his voice his voice acting is done is not great, but I still like the character and what he becomes and everything. Much more interesting to me than Ezio, in my opinion. Although Ezio's a good character too. I know that's the favorite.
Altair, you've returned.
Raouf.
It is good to see you unharmed. I trust your mission was a success.
Is the master in his tower?
Yes, buried in his books as always. No doubt he expects you.
My thanks, brother.
Safety and peace, Altair.
On you as well.
Alright. Man, when I first saw this and you see all these people walking around, I was like, wow, look at this place. Even now, it's like, man, this is a well-lived place. Like it looks like people live here and they're like doing shit. There's commerce going around. It's like, it's great. Like, even like these houses and everything, it's like, well, you know, back in the day, it was just like, hey, I have a place to sleep and a place to like store my goods, my food, and that's basically all I needed for it. Otherwise, I'll be outside, you know, most of the day anyway. It's just like how it was. Also, this place is like a real place. There's actually a lot of, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I can even point all that stuff out because there's a lot of places in this game that's like, oh, that place is real. So cool.
Ah, he returns at last.
Abbas.
Where are the others? Did you ride ahead hoping to be the first one back? I know you are loath to share the glory. Silence is just another form of a sin.
Have you nothing better to do?
I bring word from the master. He waits for you in the library. Best hurry. No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
Another word and I'll put my blade to your throat.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, brother.
No one likes Altair, I swear. And why would they? He's such a prick.
It is an honor.
Is it though? As soon as I went by, he's like, man, fuck that guy. I hate that guy so much.
Altair.
Master.
Come forward. Tell me of your mission. I trust you have recovered the Templar's treasure.
There was some trouble, Master. Robert de Sable was not alone.
When does our work ever go as expected? It's our ability to adapt that makes us who we are.
This time it was not enough.
What do you mean?
I have failed you.
The treasure?
Lost to us.
And Robert?
Escaped.
I send you, my best man, to complete a mission more important than any that has come before. And you return to me with nothing but apologies and excuses.
I did.
Do not speak! Not another word! This is not what I expected. We'll need to mount another force.
I swear to you I'll find him. I'll go in.
No! You'll do nothing. You've done enough. Where are Malik and Kadar?
Dead.
No! Not dead.
Malik?
I still live at least.
And your brother?
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the roof. There was no way back. Nothing I could do.
Because you would not heed my warning! All of this could have been avoided! And my brother would still be alive! Your arrogance nearly cost us victory today.
Nearly?
I've what your favorite failed to find. Here, take it. Though it seems I've returned with more than just their treasure.
Master, we are under attack. Robert de Sable lays siege to Masyaf's village.
So he seeks a battle. Very well. I'll not deny him. Go. Inform the others. The fortress must be prepared. As for you, Altair, our discussion will have to wait. You must make for the village. Destroy these invaders. Drive them from our home.
It will be done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more
Bum
recent
bum
one.
bum. So cool, so interesting. Alright, so.
Altair, it's good
wait,
you've
hang
come.
on.
We need your help.
What's happened?
Templars. They attacked the village. Most of our people were able to get away. Most, but not all.
What do you need me to do?
Distract the Templars. Keep them occupied while I rescue those still trapped inside.
As you wish.
Okay, so here is where we get the very first taste of the combat in Assassin's Creed. And the combat is fine. It's good, I think. It's not great. You want to select the sword. I will say there's an easier way of dealing with this. You have hidden blades as a projectile in this game. But the thing about them is they're one-hit kill. So yeah, if you don't want to deal with people, yeah. If you don't want to deal with them, you don't really have to. So oh, that's okay. You just do a counterattack and yeah. It's almost kind of like a cheat code. Ow. I need you to not miss. That's the only reason why I had to deal with that. You see, I have 5 knives left. I should be able to get the rest.
Kill him!
I missed for no reason. And was that the last guy? It might be. Yeah, that's it.
Break up the attack and return to Masyaf! Al-Mu'allim commands it!
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent.
And now for the set piece.
Altair, come. Al-Mu'allim's not done with us yet.
Where are we going?
Up there. We've a surprise plan for our guests. Just do as I do. It should become clear soon enough.
Wants us up here for a reason.
Stand on that platform, Altair.
Heretic! Return what you have stolen from me!
You've no claim to it, Robert. Take yourself from here before I'm forced to thin your ranks further.
You play a dangerous game!
I assure you, this is no game.
So be it! Bring forth the hostage! Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your fortress crumbles from within? How disciplined will your men remain when the wells run dry and their food is gone?
My men do not fear death, Robert. They welcome it, and the rewards it brings.
Good. and they shall have it all around.
Follow me, and do so without hesitation.
Show this fool knight what it is to have no fear. Go to God!
Whee! And we're fine.
Oh, my leg!
Well, I'm fine.
Quiet, or the Templars will hear us. I'll stay behind and tend to him. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
So there's a little trap that we have to unleash. And it's also supposed to show you like how you can just kind of easily move onto like low beams and, you know, precarious, you know, ledges. This kind of thing wasn't really done at the time, so it was cool. Like, it just worked. I'm surprised there's no, like, remaster of this game. All the other Assassin's Creed games from this time have gotten some sort of remaster, but not this one. I think they should do that and also like remaster the side games with Altair, Chronicles and the other game that's drawing a blank to me right now. Trap time. Suck it. Yeah.
You did well to drive Robert from here. His force is broken. It shall be a long while before he troubles us again. Tell me, do you know why it is you are successful? You listened. Were it that you'd listened in Solomon's temple, Altair, all of this would have been avoided.
I did as I was asked.
No, you did as you pleased. Malik has told me of the arrogance you displayed, your disregard for our ways.
What are you doing?
There are rules. We are nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's creed. 3 simple tenets, which you seem to forget. I will remind you. First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
And stay your tongue, unless I give you leave to use it. If you are so familiar with this tenet, then why did you kill the old man inside the temple? He was innocent. He did not need to die. Your insolence knows no bounds. Make humble your heart, child, or I swear I'll tear it from you with my own hands. The second tenet is that which gives us strength. Hide in plain sight. Let the people mask you such that you become one with the crowd. Do you remember? Because as I hear it, you chose to expose yourself, drawing attention before you'd struck. The third and final tenet. The worst of all your betrayals. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Yet your selfish act beneath Jerusalem placed us all in danger. Worse still, you brought the enemy to our home. Every man we've lost today was lost because of you. I'm sorry. Truly I am. But I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace be upon you, Altair.
Ow.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we need to be.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another hour or two?
Why don't we discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine.
And there's our introduction to Assassin's Creed in Altair. And this isn't quite the end. Let me see. Usually during these sections there's something you can do. If I remember, there's not much right now.
My authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that, too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines. But I'm smart enough not to challenge them. Do you want to wind up like Layla?
I know the accident has everyone on edge.
Which is why there's no time to coddle him.
If you push him too hard, he'll shut down. And then we'll have nothing.
We have nothing now.
But we will. We just need to have a little faith.
Fine. But I want you thinking of ways to improve his staying power. We can't afford to stop every time the man breaks a sweat. It's bad enough we have to traipse through all of these useless memories.
I'll do what I can.
Trouble in Paradise? You know, now that they bumped this up to 1080p, I'm surprised by how good this looks.
We're done for today, Mr. Miles. I suggest you return to your room and get some rest.
Warren. Go on this computer thing? No? Okay. He's going into the deep unknown.
So you're really an assassin? Like Altair?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to be one, but I ran away from the farm when I was 16.
Farm?
Yeah, that's what they called the place where I grew up. The farm. Like Masyaf, I guess. Only not so, creepy. Just a small community in the middle of nowhere. About 30 of us, living, you know, off the grid.
Why?
Thought my parents were just crazy hippies, trying to stick it to the man, you know? My dad was always going on about our enemies, how they'd be looking for us, how we'd have to be prepared. No one ever came. Nothing ever happened.
Why'd you run away?
I could never leave the compound. You have any idea what it feels like being trapped in a place, knowing there was a whole world out there I'd never get to see?
Don't you miss your parents?
No. As far as I'm concerned, they weren't my parents. They were my wardens, and I was their prisoner.
It sounds like they only wanted to protect you.
With all that's happened, I don't know. I guess they were right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up the past.
It's all right. Gives me something to think about.
Try and get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
Got a question for you before I turn in.
Sure.
How did they find me? I mean, I haven't been anywhere near another assassin for 10 years.
Use your real name?
Nope. Not before today.
Credit cards?
Cash only.
Telephone?
There's no one to call.
Driver's license?
Motorcycle. Guilty pleasure.
There's your answer. Photo, fingerprint.
This is a drug company. What does Abstergo have to do with the DMV?
Desmond, these guys are everywhere. I'm sorry, I really can't talk about it. Aren't you tired?
One thing that's a little interesting is these conversations that you can have during this section of the game are actually rather important, but the game makes them optional. I don't know if that was smart.
Damn it, they locked the door.
maybe not every conversation should have been, required, but like there's a lot of information that you don't
change
get.
my clothes.
And we go to bed. What the hell was that?
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education. Re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it then?
Now that would be telling.
Who's being cavalier now? Okay, now if I remember correctly, can I talk to you at your desk? Do you have more stuff to blather about to me? Wait for your sitting animation. Nope, I guess not. Okay. I can't talk to you.
Sit down, Desmond.
Alright, and with this is where we're going to stop. We'll go on to Memory Block 2 in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw and you're looking forward to seeing a Assassin's Creed playthrough, let me know in the comments. Do all the things. Like, share, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. Peace and love, gamers and players. Colorwind out.